Good evening, students. Now, in the previous class, we discussed. I'll just make an yeah. In the previous class, we discussed about some of the case studies like in a Titan and also discussed about a railway related, and also we discussed about ISRO where we can extract the data and we can compile the data. Now we are moving into the next one called as healthcare sectors. Whenever we are using in the cloud computing in the healthcare sector, you can see a demonstration has given how the data is being extracted, a physical information of a patient collected and then processed, and then it has handed over to millions of users. Now you see that is called as the case study is a software as a service cloud for ECG sensor data analysis. I am collecting the data for an analysis purpose. Now this is an objective of the case study. Now whenever I see here there is one patient, yes, there is some of the ECG process or the functionality how they are extracting the data from a human being. I cannot say like in a patient. They collected the data through doctor. So doctor has tested an ECG of a patient, and there is one small detectors or a sensors he has identified in the human body, which is a wireless ECG sensors. It is in a wireless ECG sensor embedded within a Bluetooth, and it is also embedded within a data processor for communication. So you can also see some of the images of sensors, and which is a wireless, it is Bluetooth. So what is the parameters of calculating or measuring the ECG of a patient is being reflected in a mobile phone. You can see there is one mobile image. You can reconnect this all this diagram by the numericals. I have given in there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 numericals. So you connect from 1, I extracted through the sensor, I received the data. Now 2 will what will do with the help of Bluetooth, it will reach it to a mobile. Once it is reached to a mobile, based on the network, that is in a 3G network or a 4G network, that is in a internet centric, or it may be configured as a software, or through that I can access. Now once if it is reaches, now you can see the cloud. Once if it has been reached to a Bluetooth, now it is our turn how I am going to fetch that data, extract that data from the devices through an internet centric, or it is called as a web based things. By the scripting languages or a programming language, we can extract the data. Now, once if I collected the ECG data analysis through a software as a service, now I am going to share, I am going to distribute to n number of users, million users. So you can see there is millions of users, mobile phones are, and I can share, I can distribute the process. So this is a simple example or a mini project. A wireless sensor is being incorporated in the human being, and if they are going to extract the measurements or the measurement or the functionality how the ECG works, and it is in a wireless ECG sensor along with or embedded with a Bluetooth, and also it is having some communication models and the data processor. Once it is being tested, automatically it will be fetched to a mobile phone. Through the mobile phone, it is easy to reach to the cloud or distributed process things. So this is about one example. Yeah, this is about a grid computing, or it is a scalable computing, a case study. I hope you can see what is a conferences is going on, how we are going to extract, and where I am sitting. These are all the best example of webinars. That is a conferences, all those things. Now this is some of the examples, Manjrasoft, Aneka, and then other competitors, how it has been processed. So in 2010, the Best Practices Award has been received. Especially you can see there is another author, a medal, I can just put an icon. He is in a Rajkumar Bhuviya, who got in 2010 Frost and Sullivan a New Product Innovation Award, and Telstra Innovation Challenge, a People's Choice Award, received by the globally identified by the author. So this I'll conclude, I'll summarize in this subject. So this is our subject what we have studied in the module 2 called as a cloud computing architecture and Aneka. So I also want to explain some of the handwritten notes to you, for it may be useful for your examination. So be on a line, I'll just share the I hope you can see this. Now I'm going to give you this also I'm going to share you in your Google Classroom. So this is on a handwritten written copy, and you can Google it, and it is you can get this notes also. Talks about the whatever I have shared in the PPT. Majorly I've extracted from the notes. Now I'm going to give, as I told you, module 2 contains one portion or a one chapter as a cloud computing architecture, and second chapter as an Aneka. Now I'm going to give you a small overview of an Aneka, what all we discussed, and a summary of the overview. Now we discussed Aneka. Aneka is in a Microsoft put it as in a for the developing and deploying and managing the cloud's application. That's it. I'm going to do solution for developing, deploying and managing. Only three things of an application. Now we studied a little bit about a frameworks. Yes, I have. I'll just show the example. Yeah, this is a one diagram where I told you about an middlewares, application development, management and infrastructure. Just like in a three tiers, there is innermost layer is called as an infrastructure layer, the second layer is called as an middleware containers, and the last one is called as an application development. As I already told you, application services, please remember there is a three layers will be there. One is called as a foundation level, one is called as an application services, and last one is called as a fabric services. These are the best three services given by the containers along with a node manager. Similarly, he has given us some of the aspects of, and there's a different aspects of the services. It may be a runtime management, application management, user management, or a quality of service, or negotiation, elasticity, scaling, improvement. So these are all we discussed in the informations. Similarly, the anatomy of the Aneka container, yes, it is having some of the services, as I told, three basic major categories as we discussed: fabric services, foundation services and application service. Along with that, as we have also studied one of the services here, I'll just go with the diagram. Yeah, he is giving here what is mean by resource management, what is mean by dynamic resource management, what is mean by scheduling, storage, executor, processing, all those information we studied. With the help of a diagram, I have explained all these concepts. Now there is a concept called as here, we studied the application services, joining, rescheduling, no centralized services, managing the execution of the application. All this comes under the third layer in the container. Clear? Now this is about the discussion. Now we will move on to the next topic called as building the Aneka clouds. Now to build the Aneka clouds, as I told you, always remember Microsoft Aneka. Microsoft Aneka means there is only two things you have to remember. One is, as discussed in the previous videos, Aneka container, Aneka repository. The person or the resource where I am collecting. Once if I collected the data, that is through the repository, I will process it and then I am sending to a containers. How I am sending to a container? Through a node manager. How I am fetching the data? Through a node manager. So this is called as a software architecture, master slave architecture we are going to focus. So this is called as a developing or a building an Aneka through a concept called master slave architecture. Also you have to remember, as we discussed, a node manager and a containers and repositories. Same thing I also told. Now it is a logical explanation, or I said like an index table, how I can fetch, how the node manager the data is contains. Node manager contains a scheduling, application, monitoring, supervising, index page. So there is a content page. So through that I can collect. As I told, container is in a collection of a fabric services, application services, foundation services. Now that will come converted into one index table. Well, there you can have scheduling, controlling, monitoring, resources process. I can fetch easily from the node manager. So how the node manager will identify? Based on the master and slave. Master is a node who can identify the slave, who can perform efficiently and execute. So this is a graphical representation about the index service information, which we discussed in the PPT. Similarly, we discussed about how the deployments modes can be taken care, how the private mode will be processed, and how the public mode will be transposed, deployment can be taken care, hybrid cloud deployment can be. All these diagrams I have explained in the PPT, and I am going to share the notes also in the classes. Similarly, the programming management, as we discussed in this previous topic. That is, I told you SDK, and you should remember the SDK. about the process. This I told you 4 actions. Always remember the services. Service cycle is very beautiful. One is called as an unknown, will become an initialize. One should become an initialize. It will start processing. During a process, only 2 cases may happen. One is called as a resume. One is called as a pause. Why? Because of that interruption. Once it is, then again I have to continue. After resuming, I'll process it and I have to stop. So these are the 4 information life cycle of the services which we have discussed in the previous class. Then automatically what all the management tools are available that we discussed about a platform as a service, software as a service, and infrastructure as a services. So this is about a small notes which I want to share you regarding about